share it to Facebook. Yeah, that would be better.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much and welcome to Where is My King? Let's talk about this men's locker room. Ladies, I know you could not wait for this episode and this platform to come. And gentlemen, let me tell you, I'm just here to support y'all. I have men that are here to represent you as kings because everyone has a beautiful heart, a beautiful mind, and we just want to share love. We want to support each other, we want to love each other, and we want to love on each other because a lot of times everyone thinks badly about men, right? Women, let's talk about it. We cussing men out all the time, but I'm here to tell you today, there is a new day out here, and I have some men on the line that represents kings well. So, gentlemen, we have Father Wise, we have Herman, we have K Wise on the line, and I'm super excited. And I thank y'all so much for coming through tonight. And one of the things that I would like to definitely point out is just the appreciation. I appreciate you for standing and delivering to be all that you can be because every single one of you are very positive. Y'all are motivated. Y'all are strong. Y'all have great hearts. Y'all are considerate. And I know this for sure. So I just want to bring you guys to this line to share the qualities that men should have. So again, I thank you. So we're going to start off. The first question, well, first I'm going to make a quote. Mistakes are only lessons to be learned. What mistakes have you made in a love relationship that you have learned from? And what would you do differently?
Ooh.
Should I read that again?
Nah, you good. You good.
I heard you.
Okay.
We heard you.
Okay.
No, don't need to repeat that. Can I answer that one? Let me see. The mistakes I have made and what I've learned from it and how I've grown from it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the first mistake, because there was many. There wasn't just one mistake. Like there were many mistakes, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna even sit here and like I told you, like I'm always transparent. Like, the younger me was a cheater, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was because the fact of his cheating had nothing to do with the women, had everything to do with me.
Okay.
Me not thinking that I was cute enough or handsome enough or fly enough, and anybody who paid me an attention. Plus, it goes a little bit deeper than that, but we already talked about that, like so. Um, it goes a little bit deeper than that for me, but being a cheater and what I've learned, what happened was I got me a heavy dose shot of karma. Like the needle was probably this big, right? So, I got a heavy dose of karma. And what I've learned after that is now that I'm older, right? And let's put it this way, I'm gonna be real. Like I went to a party when I was 14 and I ain't come home till I was 36, right? So the light bulb didn't come on till I was 36. So I've learned that cheating hurts everybody. Cheating hurts everybody. And from my hurting that's one person, I turned around and indeed it got done to me. Heavy dose of karma. So now I've learned like, I'm a one woman man. Um, I do what men are supposed to do, like provide, protect, and proclaim, right? That's it for me. And Like, and anything past two women, 3 women running around with this one, now you got to put your phone on silent. Now you got to make sure you have money because everybody want to go out to eat. Like, I'm just not feeding a whole bunch of hungry ass chicks no more. I ain't doing it. So one is good enough for me. And that was my lesson learned. Like, the lesson I learned from that was like, it ain't worth it. Find that one person you can be with and be with them. And if it's not working, say it and then step out of it and keep it moving. That's just my experience.
Okay. So what's your view, Herman?
Mine goes where I'm the dude that's always been the gentleman type and really just giving more of yourself and not really taking time to look at, okay, does this person really have my back? Can they really hold me down if roles switch? You know, and just coming from that standpoint, just making sure goals and stuff match up. You know, because when I first started out, it was more or less going after one. She wasn't feeling me, so somebody else came along, settled, did the do. Now you got a child. And then, you know, you got to raise that child and, you know, explain to her why daddy and mommy not together. And as a man, for, you know, when you have a daughter, it's just like, whoo, that comes back to bite you. And just dealing with a lot of the back and forth, trying to make something work. But, you know, deep down inside, you're like, no, this ain't going to work. But you're still in there, you know, tapping the goods. And then you get another one. And then by the time you wake up, it's just like, okay, I got this, I got that. So how do I go after now what I know? But as you said with your quote, you make mistakes, but you're supposed to learn from those mistakes and keep going. So I just, you know, like I said, just make mistakes where I'm wrong and, you know, do the best I can because we are continually growing. Nobody arrives and this stops because once you stop arriving, that's when you start dying. So just going forward now, just excited.
I'm excited just hearing about it. All right. K Wise, what you bringing to the table, my man?
Well, I think Mickey Howard's song describes it best when she says that experiences is a good teacher. Life experience is his best example. You know, we learn from our mistakes and we try our best not to continue to make the same mistakes because sometimes the same mistakes can become habitual. So it becomes a habit. Okay. I've made many mistakes that turned into large habits that after a while, when you mature and grow within yourself as far as the knowledge and experience that you go through, certain things you won't allow to happen into yourself anymore. Okay. I've been hurt, I've hurt, you know, and one of the things we did talk about before is hurt people. Okay. And so we have to learn how to utilize this instead of most men using the lower self over the higher self, you know, to make sure that we're understood correctly. Because a lot of times we'll say certain things to the opposite sex to which they may not get the true meaning of what we say because we'll say it in a way to only they're going to accept it as and not coming back to us and say, well, is that what you mean? Or is it clarified? Do you understand? Sometimes we don't even say, do you understand me clearly? You know, because people can get the wrong idea. Like I used to tell girls, listen, just because we have relation don't mean we in a relationship. Do you understand? You know, there's a difference, you know, and we have to make that clear because sometimes we send a lot of mixed signals as men. We send the wrong signals because we want to get that thing sometimes instead of just, you know, not understanding the full Monty of what we're doing within the woman's mind. Because once you enter the womb, you enter in the mindset. Okay, so yeah, I've made many mistakes, and I think that I've grown a lot. And we still have room to grow because knowledge is infinite. So you're never too old to learn and to correct some of the errors that you made in the past to make sure that your future stays relevant, and to take what you got and teach others. Your babies, your family, friends, to be able to give that advice. And like it says, I don't walk the walk without talking the talk and going through the things that I go through. If I don't know nothing, I don't speak on nothing. I only speak on that which I know. And I'll leave it like that.
Okay, I'm scared of you. All right. Okay, so we're going to the next question. So the ladies have wrote it in. So I'm going to give y'all some questions and y'all provide y'all opinions, okay? The first
All right.
question, well, really, this is the second question. As a man, what are some of the things you expect your wife or significant other to do on a daily basis when it's pertaining to your household? So this is a live-in together situation. What are some of the things that you expect your wife or significant other to do every single day
Yo,
according to your household?
yo, life, yo, I expect, look, you know me, like I'm a clown and I have fun, but when it comes down to handling business, it's like what I expect, food, sex, and silence, right? In that order. No, let me stop. No, but yo, no, what see, I'm the type of cat, right? I'm simple, right? I don't expect a lot, right? That's just me. Um, what I do expect is love, faithfulness, honesty, loyalty, integrity. Like I expect all the things that money can't buy, right? That's what I expect. Now, as far as household duties, like I don't need nobody washing my clothes. I'm gonna wash my own dirty clothes, like, cause I just, that's the way my mom raised me. I wash my own clothes. Now, if you a good cook, please cook me something every day. If I'm coming home, I'm taking care of the bills and I'm making sure you okay or whatever. Like, can a brother get a hot meal, and not a hot pocket, but a hot meal? Uh, can I get not looking for no accolades or not looking for anything crazy, but can I get a pat on the back like twice a week maybe? Yo, I really appreciate you type thing, pat on the back. Or how about, women always saying, you don't give me money to get my hair done. Well, can somebody give me money to get my hair done? I want to get mine done too. Um, it'd be nice every now and then she'll come in and be like, yo, baby, I appreciate you. Yo, here, here's a couple of dollars. Here's a video game. Here's something. Go hang with your boys for an hour. I'll be here when you get back, or anything. Like, like I said, my expectations are different, man. I don't, the stuff I expect is the stuff that I give. Real simple for me. Of course I like a hot meal. I know I would like a foot massage, but I don't want nobody messing with my feet. I don't do feet. Uh, um, it's simple stuff. It's real simple. Women expect a lot, but a lot of women don't get, like, they slow to give and quick to take, right? And like I'm not in the, like, who I am today, I'm not in the realm of that. Like, the scales need to be balanced. And if the scales are not balanced, then ain't nothing happening. Like, I'm not, because I've been through too much to just, I give of myself, and at the end to get dumped on, or get dumped, or
Mm.
get cheated on, or get any of that. We're not doing that. So I don't expect nothing that I don't give. So that's my answer to that.
Okay, Brother Herman.
Um, some things Father Wise was saying is, so true. We are simple. But the simple that your man is, you got to be willing to find out. And what I mean by that is like, y'all got to work with what works for y'all. For me, I like somebody that, can you read? I like to read. Yo, read me something. You know what I'm saying? Stimulate my mind. You know, sex, yeah. Food, yeah. If we depend on our work schedules, how we doing it to balance it out. If she got to work late, I'm home early, fine. I'm in the kitchen. I got you. Other way around, yo, you got me. It's just that it's that give and take, like Father Wise was just talking about. That's really what it's a building. Like, can I build a foundation with you? To keep going. Not you want the top floor, but we didn't even finish the basement yet. So the house gonna fall. And then the last thing is that just expects you to have that loyalty to where, like, when we communicate, it stays strictly between us. Don't be bringing your homegirl in. I should not go out, talk to your homegirl, and she slip up and say something. I was like, wait a minute, how you heard that? And then it comes back to that's how you got people in your business. So it's just real simple. Just take the time to figure out, what it is. And yes, the words of affirmation, we love to hear sometimes, but sometimes that gets missing. But then they want to hear in the same breath, do I look beautiful today? How I look? You didn't even say I looked good last night. So and it's just a lot of doing things together. I think people don't realize that it's two individuals coming together to become one. That's just the greatest thing. And you'll see it sometime in a lot of older couples that have been together and been through some stuff. Yeah. So.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. K-Wise.
All right.
It's your turn,
Yo.
brother man.
All right. Let me break this real quick. Take the first question of it and ask and repeat the first question.
The first question. Hold on, let me get back to my page here. As a man, what are some of the things you expect your wife or significant other to do on a everyday basis when it's pertaining to your household?
Well, number one, I'm the type of person, I don't expect nothing. I'm not about to expect. Either you're going to do or you don't. My job is not to expect or to prelong or read the mind in the future of what you're supposed to be doing in your realm as what you feel is doing within our house. That's something that we establish together. Okay. The foundation, like we all talking about, the foundation, the blueprint, the beginning of what we do when we get together. First of all, to know me before we even become an item is how you start learning what I like, what you like, what's my dislikes, what's your dislikes, so that when we decide to either cohabitate or take it to the next level or whatever of unifying ourselves under one roof, then those things are already established. It shouldn't be I don't expect this or I should expect that. My thing is, we already established what we're going to do, what roles we're doing, and how we do. Because sometimes, like I said, like Father Wise himself, I was taught how to cook, clean, sew, wash, everything that the generalization of what a woman is supposed to do. I was taught that by my original mother. So in case it doesn't happen, I can take care of myself. But at the same time, it was taught for me to do that because if my lady or my wife falls ill, then I should be able to make sure she's good by maintaining a household like I'm supposed to do. Cook, clean, and provide. That's the whole, I am a provider. I'm a protector. Okay. That's what I'm supposed to do. It's not an expectation. That's what I was built to do. So I already know that of me. So now I got to get to know what your qualifications are what you bring into the table. Not expecting, but what I want to know what you bring to the table. So the expectations are out the window. Because if we expectations to me is like guessing or making an assumption of what already supposed to be when we don't know. And
Right.
that's how, to me, that's how a lot of relationships fall under or get miscommunicated because we're not communicating to one another from our own table and then bringing it together and saying, okay, this is how I would do for you if this happens, because this is my natural state. This is who I am. I need you to understand that. So we have to have that playing field and we have to have that even tone. My understanding is this, like here, I'm a man first, always will be. I take care of mine, but don't cross me. Just don't disrespect, and we good. We good.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, like, I was just sitting there thinking when the guy was building, I was sitting there thinking like, yo, you know what expectations are? Expectations are resentments waiting to happen. Plain and simple, bro.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, man. Listen, that's another topic.
Yeah,
We're going
yeah.
to the next
It's like
question.
bringing old baggage into a new
Yeah,
foundation because that
yeah,
expectation, or like we look at, like, you was hurt. So instead of dealing with the hurt outside, you bring it into the next phase.
Right.
That's an expectation because
Right.
you're looking for that person to validate you from something before. I can't hold you accountable for what happened in my past, because my present can't be right and exact. If my past ain't right, my present ain't going to be right because I'm still bringing that bomb up in there. Because I still feel the same way. If I hold that towards you as my woman, then I'm wrong. I'm wrong on all accounts because then I'm going to blame you for the issues instead of accepting the responsibility of what was going on within me,
Right.
and vice
Been
versa.
there, been there. Woo.
Yeah.
We
that,
sharing today. We are
Real talk.
sharing today. Okay, so I have an oldie but goodie.
okay.
How often are you expecting your wife or
See, there we
significant
go.
other
Here we
That
go.
word.
have sex?
Yo,
You know
It's
that's
that
an
word.
oldie but goodie. That's an oldie
Yo,
but
all
goodie.
right.
Okay.
Hold
Look,
on. Say it again. What'd you say,
every
Leonza? Say it
day,
again.
How
every day,
often? Hear me. Right?
Okay.
How often are you expecting your wife or significant other to have sex?
please let me take the reign on this one.
Okay.
Hey, Kay, go ahead,
Okay,
Kay. It's all
okay.
yours, bro.
Okay. Let's hear
I'm
what
gonna
you
do the now.
got.
I want to step up to the plate. Listen, again, it ain't an expectation. It's no expectation. If I walk through that door and you feel like you want it, get it. There's no ifs, ands, or there's never should be a no for me. Okay, you come in, you tell me, baby, I need it, I want, I got to provide. You understand what I'm saying? I got to make sure you satisfied because this is what you want, and I'm going to supply that need because I got it. Just like I feel you got it for what I need. So it's not an expectation. It's a love thing of understanding where, listen, me, I'm spontaneous. I'll do it in the Burger King booth, pardon myself, pardon. I do it in a phone booth. If we had one back in the day, it don't matter. I'm just saying, do what you feel you need to do to keep what you want kept. That's it.
That's it.
That's
That is
it.
it.
That's it.
Who's next?
well,
Who's next?
I tell you what, right? It is every day a little bit too much to ask for.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yo, I'm not. Yo, They always talking about, yo, as you get older, it doesn't work the same. It doesn't work. Look, being real talk. I know you said we can't. Damn, like I'm a nasty mother. I don't give a. Look, if I come through the door and you doing something and it just happened to turn me on at that minute, that's it. Like, or if I turn you on, I want you to turn around and say something to me like, yo, Negro, get it ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on upstairs and get it ready. So, but realistically speaking, for a good, healthy relationship, a good healthy sexual relationship, real is 7 days a week, at least 3 times a week, maybe 4.
That's it?
Well, I'm saying being realistic, okay?
That's it.
For the simple fact, you're okay. No, I'm just saying this is just for me, realistically speaking, because you know what time my feet hit the floor, God. I'm up at 4:45 every morning. I'm out there dumping garbage cans until I'm done when I'm done. Yo, I got some injuries, I got some stuff, you know. So when I come home and like sometimes I just want to sit in my chair. I'll never forget the one time when the person I was with, they was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, not today, man. I got a headache, right?
Oh,
I would, okay. I wanted to say something like, "Oh, baby, look, I'm on my period this month. I can't help you." I wanted to use some of those lines. I wanted to use some of those lines that I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my period.
Well, look, you say you got to get up. You get up what time?
Yeah, I get up at
4:45.
Okay, well, you got to get up at 4:45, do what you do. Then you need to get up at 3:45 to do what you got to do so you can get up and get out the door at 4:45. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm telling you, word life. If you there, listen. If my woman is there laying there, and I know I got to be at work, and I have done this now. I've got to be at work at 4. If I got to be at work at 4:45, guess what? At 4:40, I'm in it. And if I'm late, I'll call up. Listen, I had a flat tire, or I got pulled over. I'm telling you, because listen, man, listen, the beautiful black woman that they are, them black women. Listen, time is not a factor.
You ain't got to
I mean, I know we got to work, but I'm telling you,
you ain't got to tell me. I tell you like this. I'm one of those like all day dudes. Like if I get something in the morning, I ain't going to work because I want to lay there and get some more. Give me a little 5-10 minute break, rolling over again. Right? The hell, I'll call
be like,
look, I'm dying this morning. I'll call you back. I'm not, yo, God, you know, but I was just speaking, realistically speaking, like, you know, we older now, and a lot of women are older now, and you know, so for me, just for me, like 4 times a week is good. 4 times a week, because you know what, me personally, sex is like the icing on the cake, right? But what is the cake made of? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a good question.
I want to talk. Sometimes, a lot of times I'm already stimulated just because I like your conversation. I like what you know. It ain't always about the act. It ain't always about the act, right? Let me tell you, here's a little story, right? You know how when we was younger, like we take that woman out, and then all of a sudden at the end of the night, you be like, yeah, we don't have too much Henny or too much or whatever it is, and you be like, yeah, I'm about to do the damn thing. And you go in the house and go to sleep, right? Because that ass is drunk. Oh, I'm sorry, right? I've learned, I'm like this. I heard a lot of young boys saying, yo, as soon as we get home, we this, and that. And I remember I used to tell her, because we were about the same age, and I'm like, look, if it don't happen tonight, I see you in the morning, because I'm going to sleep because I'm drunk as hell right now. Plain and simple. And I can wait till the morning. But, you know, when you roll over in the morning with that Henny D, yo, that's it. In the morning, right? That's it. But, yeah, it's the sex is just the icing, Elisha. Sex is just the icing on the cake, man. It's everything else that leads up to that. Because I've actually been satisfied with just sitting and talking to this one woman. And I remember we took a ride. It was about an hour drive in the car. And I had the music up and we was playing and listening to the music. And I think we might have said 5 words to each other the whole time because we was enjoying the music, and she would reach over and grab my hand, hold my hand while we was driving. And when we finally got out the car and was walking to the spot, yo, she looked at me and I looked at her and she was like, yo, you know, that was the best conversation we ever had. And I was like, that's because our third eyes was connecting. Like we was somewhere else. We was somewhere else. Like I tell a lot of cats, like, yo, you don't necessarily have to be in the physical all the time. If your mind's, yo, love is the ultimate understanding. It's the ultimate understanding. Got you when you get the knowledge and the wisdom to come together and they bring forth that understanding. The understanding is the key to life. That's being able to see things as they are and not as they appear. To be able to see things clearly. Yeah. Sex clouds your judgment sometimes. Because sex will keep you in a relationship that you know damn well you ain't supposed to. All right? So that's just me. That's just me. my experience.
Yeah,
That's
true.
all. I'm not talking for all men. I'm just talking about my experience. All right.
I say, well, I'm gonna let her go ahead. Go ahead, bro. We
How
going
does
back
Let
and
her,
forth.
let her get some of this.
Yo, nah, man,
Yeah.
y'all hitting it on the head, man. You know, with me, hey, look, I'm trying to find out when you got your cycle, so that way, you know, I can operate accordingly. In the morning, it's going down before I go to work, and then you know,
I'll see you next week.
yeah. So you know, like I said, like yo, she wake up, she getting ready for work. You know, I'm right behind her, and I happen to look at her, and like, oh shucks, yo, lock the door, let's go.
Yeah,
I'll get you to the train station. Don't worry about it. You know, but yeah, Father Wise, you said that, man. It's about creating that moment, that experience, because once that happens, it's like, yo, everything else just falls right in place. You know, with the physical, yeah, that's when you're 20. That's when you know you hard on the dime, bam, bam, let's go, let's knock it out. You know, but then at the end of the day, she wants to be. It becomes an attachment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, sex is a connection, and if you connect with the wrong person, it can kill you. So, go ahead, Kay, you got it, man.
Okay, so the next question is, are you a great listener or are you quick to speak when your wife or girlfriend needs to communicate?
That's a combination of both, I think. For me, it's a combination of both. You know what I mean? Because I mean, if there's something, like I say, I'm well trained to listen, because that's the key factor. A lot of us fail to listen to hear what our opposite is saying to get a better understanding. So, and when we ask the question, or they ask that question, and we go and give it, even though we expressing our own, but sometimes we may be missing the point of hearing what she's trying to get through to us. So the key part of that is, hold on, you know, take the time, listen to what she or he is saying, so that, and let them finish. So then when you at the end, you be like, okay, are you done? They be like, yeah, okay. So now let me recap to what I've heard, so I can give you my thoughts and see if we're matching up, because I don't want to misconfuse you, misinform you, you know, or give it into a wrong direction. I want to be led in the right direction to have a proper understanding. So yeah, it's a combination. Sometimes we have to be quick to say certain things to cut it, because it can go into a wrong path. So we sometimes men, we'll cut it off. Like, hold up, before you go there, give me that minute, or let me take a minute to think what you're getting ready to ask me. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes we can turn it into a whole different thing that don't need to be. It can get way blown out of hand. So yeah, communication is the factor. So as a man, you definitely have to open your ear and shut your mouth.
Put the cotton.
Okay.
Yo, Elisha, really, you put the Kay just said it. Yo, check this out, right? I've learned from doing the work, on me these past 17 years, 18 years, just constantly working, right? Check this out. Listening is an art form, right? Listening is an art form. Learn to listen and listen to learn, right? And if you can do those things, Do I do those things all the time? Hell no, because I got something to say most of the time. Because like because it's been so many times in a relationship that I didn't say anything, and I saw, let's say, red flags or blue flags or whatever the case may be, but the judgment was clouded because of the sex, right? Or the things that I should have been saying, I just didn't say. But now, like Kay said it best, like, I'm going to listen. I'm not going to say a word. And I get a lot of women that always be like, why you not saying nothing? I said, because I am listening to you, right? That's why I ain't saying nothing. Like, if you notice when we had our conversations, Elisha, if you notice, I've never said a word while you were talking. You ever notice that? I've never said one word while you was talking. I was like this the whole time. And you was like, ain't you going to say something? And I was like, yeah, when you finish, right? Because that's how I
because you was
learned.
captivated. You was just
I
captivated
was
how
yo,
she looked.
straight captivated. Yo, I was sitting there like this. The lights, I was straight captivated. I had stars in the eyes, the little love hearts in the eyes.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you're for real life, like your whole thing. Like, I've known you damn near all my life, right? And you've always been like, your spirit is captivating, it's powerful, it's alluring, it's all of that. It's for real, and that's real talk. And I ain't just saying that because we live and stuff. Like, I've known you all my. You sent me that picture of us in the 5th grade. Like, I've known you all my life.
Wow.
Miss Berkeley's class, okay?
That's day zero right there.
Right. And and it took a long. Don't get me wrong. It took a long time to listen to women. It took a long time. Like, men don't listen to women. Like, I come from the era, my dad is old school, military G from down south type dude. And when he spoke, his word was law. Like, I don't know what him and my mom discussed in the other room, but when he spoke out in front of the family, his word was law. That was it. It was no talking about it. It was no discussing it. So some of us come from that, especially if you come from a 2-parent home where the man was the man and he was in that house.
Right.
He was in the house. So now, growing up, I had to twerk some of his teachings. I had to twerk that to fit that to this day and age, and when we are, because men. Some men, what I say is that's it, and it's not like that. Because if you can't run your house with an iron hand when it comes to certain things, right. Like, I'm not the paper guy, so I'm not, even though I know how to do it, if I had a partner, I would prefer to bring the money home and be like, yo, here, baby, take care of the bills, do what you got to do, just here. I'm going over here to the man cave, or I'm going to the backyard to lift weights, or I'm going to do something. You take care of that. And if it's something that you can't take care of, then you call me. That's how my dad was. My mom took care of a lot of stuff. And if she couldn't handle it, if she had to call my dad, trust it was going down. So I learned to listen, because we all need to listen to each other, man. You have to know what I want. I got to know what you want. And if we not listening, how you going to do that if you constantly talking? How you going to do that if you constantly talking? You can't be listening if your mouth is running. Can't be. So listening is an art form. Listening is an art form. Learn to listen and listen to learn.
Yes, I agree with that. Brother Herman.
Well, sometimes I get caught with this because, just my nature. When you tell me something, I'm ready to fix it. But then there's sometimes when they want to talk and like, no, I don't need you to fix it. I just need you to listen to me. And so I used to get real frustrated. I'm like, yo, man, I just can't be your girlfriend right now. I'm the man. So part of my job is that, and then when you tell me stuff, I've been like how, Father Wise said, I've been quiet. But in my mind, I'm already thinking about how to fix it. You know, and it's just sometimes like, you know, just sitting there and listening. Yeah, it cringes me, but I've learned how to but then like KY said, after I hear everything, I gotta start recapping it back so that I understand. Because somebody said it's really not about communication, it's about comprehension.
Okay.
You know, so that's the new one that's being dropped.
That's the big one.
Go ahead and build.
Yeah, so that's the new one that's being dropped. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know, because sometimes you get in an argument, then when y'all, you know, figure it out, you're like, that's what you were saying? All you had to do was say this and this. I'm simple, it's done, it's over. But, you know, but sometimes this is relationships. That's why I say it's work. You gotta be willing to put in that work.
Yo,
like things.
Your
Remember what we was taught. You know, our foundation first always told us to do the knowledge. And what is knowledge? Knowledge is to look, listen, observe, and respect. Yeah. First thing, look, listen, observe, learn, and respect. You see, that last part, that respect, is all those ingredients together right there to give you the blueprint, that foundation. That's what it's all about. Okay? Slow to talk, quick to listen. Sometimes we got to put the cotton in our mouths instead of putting the cotton in our ear. You know what I mean? So it's just all about that's just all. I don't even want to run no more on the topic. We good. I'm class with that.
Your life, right?
So last question. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, I just wanted to say one thing, like one more thing with that. Like women always want us to listen, right? And I just be like, when y'all gonna listen, right? Because yo, you know what the thing is? Us men don't mind listening to women, right? But just get to the point, right? So just get to the point. Yo, here's the funny thing, right? I could tell
that's facts.
I could tell Kay this story here. Be like, yo, God, I went to the mall, I caught a flat tire, pulled the joint out and fixed it, went on about my way. If you call me and tell me, well, Chris, Wise, I had a flat tire, but before I got the flat tire, the lady cut me off and I had to run up on the curb and then I got hit with some glass in the tire. But then when I tried to bring the car back, but that's after I came out the store, because when I came out the store, I couldn't figure out what you wanted to eat. So, but I was going to call you, but I didn't call you, but I just want to, look, just get to the damn point and we'll listen to you. All the extra stuff that, because from my understanding, women need to get out 25,000 words a day, right? If you need to get out 25,000 words a day, can you get out 24,999 before you get home, right? Because I definitely don't want to hear all this shit. Yeah, go ahead. Go to the next question.
So I was going to close it out with one more suggestion. I always encourage, men and women to build together in a peaceful way, in a joyful way. Again, to bring that understanding to the table and to bring about the whole point of stop hurting each other, right? So I was going to ask if you 3 gentlemen, 3 kings, can leave 2 thoughts of advice to women as we close out. And I see you already said one, to just stop talking so much. But, just give me 2 thoughts of point of views, 2 point of views that all 3 of you have, that is a good piece of advice for women.
Quit nagging. Quit nagging. Oh, that's
okay, can you define the word nag? Like, okay, because I want to be on the other side. please define what nagging means to you.
Okay. Too much repetitiveness. Saying the same thing. It's like asking the question, you're getting the answer, but you want to ask the question a different way to get the same, like, so you want the answer to change. Or like you figure like I'm not that intelligent to catch what you're saying. So I'm going to give you my answer will still remain the same, but you want to answer it another way. That's nagging. When you keep going, you will get more out of me sometimes if you just shut the. You can get more mad at me. You can get more out of me. Sometimes you just do that. Sometimes. Now I'm not saying that to be sarcastic, but I'm just saying in real form, sometimes you get more work from me or more of me when it's silence instead of an argumentative factor. So like I said, you know, the key thing we talk about here, number one, is listen, communication, listen to each other, you know, and just, you know, take what it is in what's given as a token of she's expressing love. You know, if she's hurt, allow that hurt to come out. Let's not be so quick to cut it off because we're losing the understanding, because we don't want that hurt to turn into, well, when she stops talking, now we're like, oh my God, she ain't talking to me. What's going on? We asking ourselves, we losing our mind. What did I do? What can I do better? How did I do? If you just would have listened, you really listen and then communicate just the factors. So ladies, just listen sometimes. Don't always fly off, because a lot of women, most women, I can't say all, most of the time they want to fly off on the wrong thing when it may look wrong, but it's not, because you're flying off on it based upon other experiences and thoughts that happen. Take the time to listen to what's present, not past.
So no overthinking.
Mm.
Right? No overthinking.
Yeah.
No nagging.
And no nagging.
Brother
Herman, what's your 2 pieces of advice?
My two is going to echo what, why I said, but just really having a conversation about what are you two building, and really just having it up in the house as a goal. Like, this is what we're trying to reach, and if it's not going that way, flush everything else out, and also the focus on the past. If it hurts you, say something, and then if it gets solved, it shouldn't come back up again, so that's one reason why I say with the reality shows, because something happened on the show, then they get back all together in the couch, they bring it back up, and it's a whole nother, can of worms open up again, when it's like, no, we solved this already.
Right.
So it's all about progression. If you're not going to progress, then what's the point?
So moving forward and not holding yourself up with past experiences.
Right.
Okay. Father Wise, your final words?
Oh boy. My advice to women: stop expecting for men to buy you stuff that you can't even afford for yourself. Right? Which means is my advice to women, like, yo, ooh boy, you trying to get me killed. You're gonna have me scared to leave my house. Yeah, I'm
Speak your
just
clout.
yo, just leaving. Expect your advice, women. Everybody don't drive a BMW, right? Everybody ain't a white collar guy. Everybody ain't a rich guy. Stop passing up that brother every day. That's the sanitation worker. That's the UPS guy. That's the fry guy at McDonald's. You never know what you're gonna get. Like, because most of the time the women, the women that the men that they want, you get that dude who's a six-figure, high six-figure, eight-figure, $1 million dude a year, whatever the case may be, yo, you can best believe you ain't his only woman. You can best believe that. And do yourself a favor. I'm not saying you have to lower your expectations, but some ladies have these really high expectations that are never going to be met, no matter how much they try. You know, you can't fix something spiritual with a material item. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Learn to accept, yo, that guy, yeah, he ain't all that fly. He ain't a fly dresser. He ain't a dude, but he treats you like a queen. He makes you happy. He makes you laugh. He may, you know, my advice is just to give the regular guy a chance. The second piece of advice I would give to women, whoever it was that hurt you before you got with me, that's him. It's not me. Leave that there. Or if you can't leave that there, let's just talk about it until you're able to leave it there. That's it.
Oh, can I add one more piece of the puzzle, Elisha?
Yes, you can.
Go get it.
I forgot my second part. Is number one, respect each other,
Bong.
love each other, and most of all, what you discuss amongst you two stays with you two, because don't put your internal to an external output,
Like your
because
bitter
them
girlfriends.
externals sometimes can be the downfall from your own internal happiness, because misery loves company. Okay, so you got to keep your circle small and tight. Don't be telling your girls what your man do in the bed or what he don't do, because what you telling them what he do and don't do, they want to like, or and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Men be like, yo, man, shoot, I can get in what I fit in, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let that happen. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna holler at shorty on the low. Nah, keep your stuff internal. Keep quiet about it. You discuss it at home, leave it at home. Don't add on others to your internal circumference. That's it.
Three things you keep, like 3 things you keep to yourself, right? 3 things.
Okay.
Every effing thing.
I will agree.
Hey, look, in that order.
That was a good one. I thank you, gentlemen, you king, so much for coming on tonight on this segment of Where Is My King in the Men's Locker Room. I thoroughly enjoyed you, and you gave some awesome advice, and your point of views were definitely on point. So again, this is a platform to share, to educate, to support one another just as human beings, because I just think so many people forget and take for granted that we are humans. We are humans above all things. Everything is not plastic. Everything is not a $3 bill. Everything is not about the turn up. Everything is just not about a shallow, fictitious life. At the end of the day, we have to be real. At the end of the day, we have to grow up. At the end of the day, we have to take responsibility of our own behavior, how we treat people, how we treat ourselves is a reflection of how someone will treat you. Because someone's only going to treat you a certain way from the perspective that you give off, right? So again, we are human. God created us as man and woman of his creation. We are human, and it's good to be real, and it's good to talk to real gentlemen, real kings, and have an awesome adult conversation. and you can laugh, have a wholesome laugh. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to have fun. Everything does not have to be tight, gripped, wrapped around with plastic and four knots, you know. And a lot of times when people get together, it's like you have fun for 5 seconds, and then the next 10 years, it's just a knot growing into a mountain, and then it becomes a volcano, and then it explodes. And it just does not have to be that way, because just like you guys said, communication is key, listening is key, respect is key, taking both point of views into consideration is key. So I appreciate you all. Until next week with some new questions and new topics, I bid you all a grand good night. Thank you so much.
Peace.
For now.
Peace, fellas. Pleasure.
Peace. Yes.
Queen, you already know.
All right.
Okay, the math is still the same, Kay. So it ain't changed. You know, I'll keep the same man. And if not, I'll send a pigeon with a note to his ankle over there. I'll send out a pigeon. Yo, Lice, I just
Eliasa, man. Yeah.
I just want to say, yo, thank you, right? And like I said, yo, we appreciate you and women like you, women of your caliber, women who actually done the work on themselves.
Thank
So
you.
when they actually step to a brother, or if a brother step to them, they ready, right? And we all need to be ready. We all need to be ready, like. And I just want to. It might sound a little bit cavish, but it comes right out of my supreme mathematics, and it's basically like this. I need women, a lot of women. I need y'all to understand one thing, man. You have a role in this universe, right? And it may sound a little crazy, but the role is like this, right? It's 1, 2, 3, ABC, man, woman, child, right? And remember that lane. Not saying that y'all not important, but that's the natural order. And a lot of women want to put the wisdom before the knowledge, and you can. And whenever you put the wisdom before the knowledge, you're gonna have a bad understanding. Right? So just remember that. Like, I'm not trying to tell you to stay in your lane, but I'm just saying stay in the natural order of things, right? Stay in the natural order. And with that, I'm peace, right? And thank you, like I said, we love you, and we wish more women were more woke, more conscious, more understanding, more like it needs to be a whole lot of more women like you. It
Thank
really do.
you so much.
You done the work.
It's hard work. I just want to
Yo,
let
it
you
is.
know it's hard.
Yeah, no, hey, it's not easy, but you
It's
know.
not easy, and it's not easy working on yourself. There is
It's not.
levels to every emotion that you go through, every tragedy, every traumatic experience, every day is just not a good day.
No.
Every day is not a good day. But one thing I do believe in is if something starts out in a way that is overwhelming, challenging, it does not have to end that way. It's because no matter what, bad is going to come around you. It's just going to come around you. It's how you respond. If someone is coming towards you, cursing you out, you don't have to respond cursing them out. You could say something really nice and lovely. Stop them in their tracks. Or just act like they're not even there saying anything. It's like, okay, so you have a nice day, okay? With a big smile. You know, everything does not have to be chaotic. Everything does not have to be angry, bitter, with strife. It just doesn't have to be that way. And a lot of times people walk around like that because they have so much in them that they don't know how to forgive themselves and forgive others for hurting them, for making them go through a traumatic experience that they never asked for. You know, life is what it is. Things are going to happen, good, bad, and the ugly. It's just how we respond. How do we properly place our emotions? How do we not take what's in us and place it on someone else to make their life miserable and uncomfortable? Again, like KY says, hurt people hurt people. And I say it all the time. Why should I be abused for somebody that hurt you 20 years ago? Because you're not giving me a chance. You're totally blocking me out. You can't see me because you think I'm the person that hurt you 20 years ago.
Exactly.
That's not fair.
It's people.
That's
It's people.
selfish.
It's people walking around here. It's people that hurt them that are in the grave right now.
Yes.
And still got a hold to that person.
Yes. It's all about forgiveness. You will never have peace in your heart if you do not forgive.
They will never understand. The point is, we all have to know this. In order to understand what peace is, you got to understand what war is.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because war and peace go hand in hand. Because happiness, you'll never know what happiness is without experiencing sadness.
Yes.
Right.
To overcome.
It's over the trial.
This is the negative and the positive. We need these things in our lives. These things are the blueprint. Okay, the mistakes that we make or the hurt that people give us and how we internalize it, we grow with that. But now it's a part of how do we branch out as we grow? How do we branch out as our own self based upon the good, the bad, the ugly? So next time when something appears to us, we know how to handle it in a better way that betters ourselves. Because see, nobody can make me happy. No other person can make me happy. I have to find happiness within myself first. You got to find the happiness internal first before you can give happiness and spread that joy. Because when that person's happy and you're happy, togetherness, now you got joy.
Mm-hmm.
And you sharing that joy within each other. That's cohabitation, you know. And in the midst of the, like, it's just like the song, joy and pain, sunshine and rain. The rain, people look at the rain and say it's a bad thing, but the rain is a good thing too because it brings forth growth. It's a nourishing factor.
Yes.
Okay, the sunshine, of course, we grow within the sunshine, but the sun can be a bad thing if you out there too long too. So
Yeah.
it's knowing that the balance of the yin and the yang to understand the natural things of order, as the God said. Everything in this place has a space and time for everything in it within itself. You know, and we are the best knowers when you know. Can't nobody tell you nothing when you know what you know and back it up with your facts. When you have the facts, it is what
Opinions
it is.
don't matter.
And I say like this, love is love. Elisha, I thank you for this platform. And I truly hope that it reaches out and brings more viewers as well as those who want to participate, other brothers and other ladies. I say, hey, listen, I welcome other ladies to come and ask the questions like you asking, because it makes it that more realistic in a sense, because you're getting another opinion from another woman's perspective to ask the questions, and you add on more kings to give their viewpoints. But listen, I'll always be a king to give an answer when it comes to it.
I definitely want to fill it up.
You know what I mean?
I want to fill up this line, and even have, just like as you said, half women, half men one day.
Do it.
I think that
I'm
would
with
be
it.
very interesting.
I'm down with the family feud. What they say, the battle of the sexes.
Just remember, hold up, they gotta listen.
Yeah. You have to listen. So look at him, Darth Vader. Look at him. The best.
Where they at?
So again, I thank you, gentlemen. I thank you, kings. And until next week. Week, I pray all you well, and salute you have a great weekend. Have a good night.
All right,
my brothers. Peace and love.